My gimbal just went sideways. All right, you'll have to excuse the shades because I'm outside and I always wear shades because I have light eyes. I'm also trying out my gimbal, my new gimbal, so we'll see how this goes. Hey everyone, welcome back to the 80-pound slim down series. Episode 4 or 5, I'm not sure. I'm Lisa, and I'm here to share my weight loss experience, attempts, whatever you want to call it, with you. Today, this video, I want to talk about celebrating all of those amazing non-scale victories and recapping my weight loss so far in week 8, I believe. So let's dive in. Yeah, I don't really know my numbers today. So I want to talk about non-scale victories. You know, those little, oops, there's a hump there. Those little wins that might not show up on the scale, but are so important to our overall mindset in in these weight loss journeys that we're on. And there's trials and tribulations throughout, ups and downs. And I used to poo-poo the idea of non-scale victories because to me they weren't the ultimate goal. They weren't getting me to the end. You know, the pounds down. A lower number on the scale is what I wanted to see. I didn't care about other things. I felt that wasn't winning the war. It wasn't the only, it was the battle, but it wasn't winning the war, the battle of the bulge, so to speak. But now I see these victories differently. I don't know what changed, but in the past few weeks, I see them as reminding us of progress that's happening, especially when the scale isn't being cooperative. It's being wonky and it doesn't move, or in my case, it goes up for some odd reason. So one of the biggest non-scale victories that I noticed this week is that how my clothes are fitting. It really gave me the boost I needed this week to put on. I put on a pair of denim shorts, which I wear all the time, and they fit so differently this month. Since I wore them the last time, I had to pull them up, and the most of my weight's right in the middle, in the midsection. So for them to properly fit, I had to really hike them up, and that made them fit really well on my legs. So that they had not fit like that ever. So, that was pretty good. They gave me a little confidence booster. It was a confidence booster for sure. So my friends, do not poo-poo non-scale victories. That is the lesson for this week. No matter how small they may be, no matter what they seem to be, they're a huge part. Woo, I'm really going into the sun here. Let's go back this way. They're a huge part of what keeps us motivated. And so I'd love to hear about some of your favorites, non-scale victories. What has kept you motivated in trying times? So now to the Mongiorno. I always say that one wrong. For those of you who are not familiar with my challenge here, my 80-pound slim down, Mongiorno has been a part of my weight loss plan. I've been on it since June 22nd. Unfortunately, it has not given me the huge weight drop, the huge drop in weight that a lot of people have experienced and you hear about in the media and on YouTube and everywhere else. But it seems like it has somewhat been helpful to me. Um, Before taking it, the first couple of months of this year, I was really struggling to get the scale to move at all. I mean, it was not moving. I struggled mightily for months until I went to the doctor to talk about this and start the injections. I think mostly what has helped me is because I have issues with insulin resistance and having PCOS. That's a big thing that you have. The 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 medication is actually doing what it's supposed to do. So my numbers, my glucose has leveled off, and I'm seeing a lot of good markers. And in fact, I just had my A1C done, and let's just say the score was so much better and so much improved in just in the past 2 months. So hey, that's another non-scale victory, isn't it? Um, so yeah, even though, but I've been taking it. This was my 8th injection this week, but it has, or no, yeah, this was the start of my 8th injection, but it hasn't been peaches and cream. I've also experienced some side effects, and so the medication is, eh, eh, this past week was just a bear. I was dealing with fatigue mostly, and that usually starts. I get really drained, and it really starts about 2 days. It hits me about 2 days after my injection, which unfortunately is Monday. So it's my first day back from the weekend on work, and it just, ugh. But this past week, the new thing I had was an aching in my hips. I did the injection on the side of my butt cheek, this left, my right side, and I'm not sure if that's what caused the pain or if it had to do with the cold and COVID or whatever it was I had from the week before. But I tell you, I was near tears one night. I woke up in so much pain. My hips just hurt. But fortunately, ibuprofen saved the day, saved the night, and by the next day I was back and ready to go. So pain was gone. That was pretty much my only side effect this week. I'm still having the I don't want to eat, you know, which is the challenge that I've been dealing with getting my protein in. So, but I push through. I push through every week, and I get to where I am. So let's talk about some numbers now. Okay, I didn't think this through when I was doing the video. I just brought my boards with me because I knew I was going to be doing my walk and I was going to talk about it. So week 8, I started week 8. This Saturday was the week 8. So last week my last Saturday was 227.2, and then so the next day I was 226.8. Monday was 223.6, which was like almost like a 3-pound loss. Then I went to 223.4, and 220. Wednesday ended up being my lowest number for the week, and that I think was an anomaly because I was helping my friend the day before on a movie shoot, and I know I was super dehydrated that next day when I woke up in the morning and weighed myself. So I know that number wasn't quite accurate, so I didn't get super upset when the next day it went up to 224.8. So I basically gained 2 pounds in a day, but I know that was water weight on here, so I wasn't freaking out. And then Friday it was 225 exactly. And then Saturday when I weighed myself, I believe I didn't write it down. So I believe I was 224.8. point something. I know that I was 8, so I was 227 here, and I think I was 8 pounds, totally 8 pounds down. So I must have lost like 2 point something. So that would make it 224. Yeah, 224 something. So I'm sorry, the fire sirens are going off. So 224, I'll put the number right here, what exactly it was. But I was under the 220. I know I was under 225, which I said last week was like psychological number for me. And then seeing that 222 was super amazing. But like I said, I know that was not gonna stick because it was totally water weight. So, so for the overall for starting week 8, I'm down about 8 pounds. So basically, I've lost a pound a week, and that's not really great. But considering I was not losing weight at all before I started Mangiano, I'm kind of happy for it. So as I said, non-scale victories. That was kind of the word of the day, word of the week was non-scale victory, and that's what I'm going to go with because I am seeing some improvement and some numbers, and I'm seeing bigger numbers now that I've been on the 5 milligrams, and then this Saturday will be the last of the 5 milligram, the first month of 5 milligram. I have to call the doctor's office on Monday to see what the next if they're going to keep me on 5 or try whatever the word is, go up to 7.5. So I'll see Saturday to see what I have or when I go pick up the prescription. So remembering, well, I have a goal, the 80 pounds to lose. I also have to remember it isn't always about the scale and that number that I see every morning. That's what I need to remind myself, and I think it's important to think about that and to think about the other things that the other signs that I'm getting, that I'm getting healthier, like the A1C, you know. Um, and I've had tough days seeing the weight go up and not knowing why. So, I think non-scale victories are a lot better than I used to think. I think of them in a lot better way now. So I would love to hear any of your non-scale victories or how you're coping with, if you're on Mounjaro or any of the other injectables, how are you coping with side effects? So drop them in the comments below and share with everyone. And if you found this video helpful, enjoyable, please give it a like, a thumbs up, and consider subscribing to the channel to follow along with my journey and share it with anyone else who you think might benefit from it. I'd love to hear from others who are experiencing the same issues and trials and tribulations that I am. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.